audio. In 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 audio.
Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to Saeed TV. And it ain't easy. It ain't easy at all. Man United hit for 7 at Anfield. Please smash the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Subscribe to the guys in the building. Double A, mate. Before football, before the pain, before the misery, before everything else. How was your Sunday before it all happened? Yeah, what were you doing before this all happened? How's your day going?
Bro, not even my day. My weekend has been calm, mate. I've had some great quality time with my family, with my daughter, planning stuff. I was having a wicked weekend. Let's just say that's kind of gone out the window now, isn't it? That's all. Hey, but you know what? It is what it is. So, we're here. We're facing up to it. So big up Saeed, Flawless, and the legend Andy every single time. Thank you for always having me on. Big up the chat. Listen, if one thing's getting me through today and this show, it's definitely going to be the chat, because I know it's going to be popping off. And let's be honest, I'll say it from the jump. A lot of fans that are excited that this has happened, and it's made their season, let alone their weekend. So let them come, because it's going to happen. But listen, we're Man United, and it's only a news story because it's Man United, let's be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Andy, last weekend we're living life in Wembley, and you know what I mean. Next weekend you get humbled, man. That's how life is, man. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. I won't say what's in this Coke, but it's something strong and spiritual.
You go and drink that, man.
It's already, and it's a double. Oh, I think I didn't do the measurements like they do at the bars at Wetherspoons, but I think it was a triple. But yes, that's my second pint of vodka. Oh, mate, it's a football journey. Seriously. Yeah. Oh, we lost 6-3 to City. We got on with it. You just get on with it again. It's like this Liverpool side was supposed to be the greatest last year. You know what I mean? 3 weeks ago, they were doing a Netflix special on a Saturday night, Dances with Wolves, and I fucking loved it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it just shows the mentality. Enjoy your moment. Fair enough. Fair enough. Last season hurt more. Saeed, last season hurt
I can't
more.
lie. This hurts as well, man, Andy. It hurts.
No. You know what I mean? After going through last season, 5-0. I walked out at 5-0 last season. I walked home from Old Trafford, and it was the best part of an hour's walk in the pissing rain. In the pissing rain. I took my medicine. I took the rain. I got soaked to the skin like a rat. My girlfriend told me she loved me. Cheer up. It's all right.
Love that.
You know what? I got through it. And I got through the 4-0. And we beat them Old Trafford this season when I didn't expect us to beat us. When I didn't expect to beat them, Old Trafford, after we lost 4-0 to Brentford. And I'll get through this. You know what I mean? I'm not going to give fucking virtual meltdown. I didn't do one on Paddock tonight. Didn't give a meltdown. I put it as, like I say, fuck the pundits, fuck the fucking media, because they've been waiting for this. Roy Keane, Graham Souness with the slight little fucking digs. I watched them tonight. Jamie Carragher. Yeah, enjoy it. Gary Neville, remember who the fuck you support, lad. You know what I mean? With your slight little digs and United players who think, he could have got sent off for that. It's fucking biased. It's just a football journey. 7 days ago, we just won a Carabao Cup. You never saw this position after a 4-0 against Brentford, did you? Nobody did. Third in the league, Carabao Cup winners, quarterfinals of the FA Cup, last 16 of Europa League. Challenging on all four fronts still. All right, we're not going to win the league, but you're still challenging on four fronts.
No, I hear you. Absolutely.
So it's all it is. It's just, look, it's a blip in the road. Let the little social media brigade have their fucking moment tonight. Let the Scousers have their fucking little moment, because you're not going to win the next 4 or 5 games 7-0.
Yeah.
You're still looking up, Scousers. You're
No, listen,
I'd rather they did the win it 7-0 against us, mate, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'd rather they won the next 5-7-0 than move against us.
Yeah.
You lost 7-2 to Aston Villa a couple of years ago. On the same day, we lost 6-1 to Tottenham. So just enjoy the ride, Liverpool. Because I say, your season is going to come to fucking zero. A Champions League when you were going to win fucking everything. So just enjoy it. Fair enough. I would enjoy it if it was 7-0. I've seen United stuff 4-0 Liverpool at Old Trafford. I've taken a 6-1 Old Trafford. I've taken a 6-3. I've taken a 5-1 when I was 14 years old. And my missus' birthday is this exact day it happened in September 1989.
Yeah.
So that is,
you know what, Andy, no, I hear you.
He got a lot to get off
totally
his chest, man. Let him relax.
you know what? And fair play to him, you know, because at the end of the day, it's a different way of kind of looking at it. Because I'm one of them where I'm like, yo, I'm just deflated. Like, this hurts, man. And I get it, Andy. This is your way of kind of looking at it. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm deflated. I'm one of them where I'm like,
I can totally understand. I can respect everyone. You're younger. You've seen it. You got to take these, man. I've seen before the Fergie days. I've seen hammerings, like say 5-1 this side the other. So it's like it's about respecting other people's opinions.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just don't go too far into people's faces. That's what I say. Jonathan Marley, enjoy your fucking little moment. 3 weeks ago, you wanted their heads on a platter after losing to fucking Wolves and losing to Real Madrid. So enjoy your fucking moment, mate. It's temporary. And what's coming in the summer, what's coming on the horizon, will only bode fucking hell for you in the future. I've said all.
Yeah. Big up to Zaymi Yasser here. Andy, at least you won the Carabao Cup. Cheer up. You should still get top 4. Big up to anonymous user. I still believe in a manager, but we have too many average players starting. Dallo, Ante, David De Gea, Weghorst are average. Are so average. We need Qatar, not Radcliffe. And big up to Ali Nabil says, hi guys, Saeed, please. We need positive energy. Back the manager, back the players. Don't give the rivals joy of seeing us moaning. We will be back. Listen, this is therapy. Flawless. I see you with the bulletproof vest there. You know what I mean? You're ready. You know what I'm saying?
It's Tupac style, this man. I can't wait for this, man. Fucking hell. Biggie New, Two-pack new. Applause yours, flawless.
Appreciate it. Well, yeah, obviously losing like that is, you don't want to lose like that to anybody. Never mind your, you know what I'm saying, your fiercest rivals, the team that I personally dislike the most. However, it's their biggest game of the season. It is their cup final. I do agree with Andy. Let them have their moment. This is as good as their season gets. And even though we've lost this battle terribly, we've lost this battle horrifically, we're currently in ICU, we can still win the war. We've won one trophy. We're still on for two others. We're still on for a 10 out of 10 season. That's how I'm looking at it. Is it going to be bad? Is our ego bruised? Yes. Are you going to get bantered by your family and your friends? Absolutely. It's going to be terrible on social media today, the day after, Tuesday, probably up until the point where we play Betis on Thursday. But that's how I'm looking at it. Horrific day at the office. I don't think there's any need to overanalyze this and start talking about players being average. I know the super chat said, oh, we need Qataris versus Ratcliffe. We knew that before the game. Even if we had won this game 7-0, nothing had changed in terms of needing to upgrade on this squad. Yeah, I'm saying, knowing that we need Qatari owners, knowing that we need investment. There's nothing new that we learned from that game that I didn't already know. Every player had a horrific game today. Everybody was bad. And that's going to happen. It's just unfortunate that it happened all at the same time away at Anfield, because that's one of the worst places to do it. Bear in mind, they were clinical as well. Let's not forget that they had 8 shots and scored 7 goals. And it was only 1-0 at halftime. But we just capitulated in the second half. And like I said, everyone was bad. All the players we stand up, De Gea, you know what I'm saying? Varane, Martinez, Casemiro. They're the players we look to stand up and be counted. They were all poor. And then around that, everybody else was poor as well. Luke Shaw, who's been playing well, was poor. Dalot, who's been in decent form, played poor. People are complaining about Weghorst in the 10. That's the first time it hasn't worked. Now, all of a sudden, we shouldn't do it. We've seen him do this numerous times, whether it was away in the leg against Barcelona, both legs. He played Weghorst in the 10. Now, all of a sudden, it don't work. I've spoken about Bruno's deficiencies before. We know what he's good at, know what he's not good at. All of a sudden, Rashford's not having a quality season. No, he just had a poor game. Players are going to have poor games. Simple as that. That's exactly how I'm looking at it. It's a horrific day at the office. That's all it is. We need to bounce back Thursday against Betis, bounce back against Southampton. I believe it's the Sunday game, and then go on from there. To me, this don't change anything in terms of our overall objective this season. I've said for the longest, cup competitions.
Yeah,
cup competitions. I've said this on this.
It's gone now. Andy? It's gone now. That's it. It's gone. Move on.
Yeah. And that's what it is. Yeah, it's gone, bounce back. And like Andy said there, maybe it's because I've seen terrible United defeats. And maybe because I've seen terrible United defeats from bad teams. That's what it is. Like when we got packed by Newcastle chasing the league title 5-0 at their place. The 4-1. You know what's crazy? The 4-1 at Liverpool at Old Trafford was worse than this. Because the team was better. I'm just saying to me. No. I'm saying me personally. Not to you, man. I'm saying to me personally. I don't look at the game. I look at it long term. Long term, we're in a title race with them. Yes, this hurts ego-wise, bragging rights. That's all that's on this.
I think there's more to it tonight. Personally, look,
go on.
What worried me is what worried me most tonight. Yeah, the first half we were the second best team. Gary Neville jinxed us. As soon as he said it's a perfect away performance, they went and scored. Literally after he just said it. Yeah. I thought we were a shambles in the first half. We didn't look on it at all. And it's not an excuse, but all the games we were playing, I've said it on this so many times, it was always going to catch up, and he looked leggy. Casemiro dropped his worst performance in the United shirt for me so far. In the first half, it was terrible. He couldn't string 2 passes together. He was giving the ball away. He was caught in possession a lot. And I was worried that we was going to get beat. The second half, for me, was the most worrying part because the mentality of those players stunk out the gaff. They stunk. And I don't care about personal pride. You need to pride for the shirt, and none of them shown any fight whatsoever. You've got Bruno apparently asking to come off and then throwing his arms up in the air because he didn't get taken off. For me, if that is true and he did that, I never want him to wear a Manchester United shirt ever again. How dare you try and hide? How dare you try and hide when you've put in a shocking performance and you're the captain of the team? Like, stand up and be counted. I don't care if things aren't going your way and you're not getting a rub of the green with a referee or decisions. Once they get a third goal, even fourth goal, we tighten up and you just get out of there with a 4-0. Hold the 4-0 and leave. Don't ever start showing that you're more than this club and you want to get out of there to save yourself some pride and stuff like that. It's absolutely disgusting. Luke Shaw was a shambles today. He was petulant. He was acting like a child on the pitch. And I honestly, like, the more I think about it, the more I'm getting riled up, because this team have done a lot in showing that they can play for this shirt. And maybe we've been tricked into thinking that mentality from last season has all gone because of the 5 players that have come in and shown that this is how we can play. And Ten Hag's come in and done a great job. But we have said on this podcast, we said it earlier in the season, we were still going to hit bumps in the road. Yes, you're going to take L's, but it's how you bounce back from the L's. This is going to take some serious coming back. I don't know if some of these players are going to come back from this. I don't think they've got the character, the mentality to actually come back from this and show that they can play for this team again.
What?
Like,
Go on, double A. Carry on.
That's pretty much what I just want.
What I say on the
really super
mentality thing, where you mentioned it there, is some of the, you said we may have been tricked into thinking they had all gone. This is still some of the same players, and this ties into the point I made about us still needing to improve. This is why when people was talking about Premier League title, what have I said constantly on the show, week in and week out? This squad is not built to go and win a Premier League title. I didn't need to see us go and lose 6-0 in one half at Anfield to see that. Even if we had won today and it was 4-5-0 and we were impressive, still somewhere I know from a skill set perspective, and I can't say a mentality perspective because I didn't expect 7. From a skill set perspective, we were going fall short. First half, were we second best? Yeah, you can argue that, but in terms of, they didn't create anything. They had the Nunes one that Martinez blocked that went over the bar and the goal. In terms of the first half, I don't really have an issue with that performance. If Fred tracks his runner, if Fred tracks the Nunes, if Fred tracks the Nunes runner and Varane doesn't run out and get cut inside by Gakpo, we probably go in at halftime at 0-0. Anfield's a tough place to go. I was saying this. I stated this. I said, we're not going to go there and roll them over. This is their biggest game of the season. This is their cup final. They have nothing else to play for this season. The place is going to be rocking. Klopp's going to be up for it. The players are going to be up for it. We had to match it. And yes, our players had a horrific performance. They did. They were all terrible. But I think they can come back from this in terms of this season, but it doesn't change the long-term goal. These players need to be shifted on in the summer. We have to improve.
Absolutely.
We know this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Big up anonymous user side. It's a time to admit that David De Gea has to go. Today was not his fault, but if you want to be one of the best teams in the world, you need a modern day keeper. Again, I don't see what that relevance is to today, but listen, I respect your opinion, your super chat. Dave 40 behind you, lot still in the title race. And Ashby says, respectfully, Flawless is waffling. We held 7. They are meant to be at their worst, and we held 7. It's a historic result. Mentally, it will damage us. See, this is the way I look at it.
Go on. So let me respond to that. When he says mentally, it will damage us. So, so you're saying mentally. So I don't know the guy's name. You say mentally, it will damage us. So you think now, was it Ash, yeah? So you're saying after this now, we'll just fall off. We held 6 to City and didn't fall off. But because it was 6-3 and we scored 3 consolation goals, that was okay. We held 4 to Brentford. Are we forgetting this? We held 4 to Brentford.
No. Facts.
Which is just as bad. This is what I'm saying. Is it bad? Yes, people are in their feelings. People are in their emotions about it. I get it. It's horrific. It shouldn't be happening. But do I think this changes anything on Thursday? No. We're still going to be better on Thursday. We're still on for 2 trophies. So what? We can still have a 10 out of 10 season. We lost a terrible battle. Can we still win the war? Yes.
Yeah.
Just make
I think
sure
overall, you're right.
When we beat Southampton, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you're back. That's all I want.
No. I get you overall. I'm big up to Benjamin.
Don't let it affect you. Don't let it affect you. That is what it is. We go on to Real Betis. We need.
Look how
this, you get a reaction, double A. We smashed Real Betis 4-5-0 on Wednesday. It's all forgotten. We smashed Southampton, who we've.
But how do you feel now, Andy?
9-0.
Andy, but how do you feel now, though? I get later on, but how do you feel right now? I understand that we shouldn't look at this long-term wise. I don't think me or Double A are saying that, and even Flawless. But I also think we have to analyze it for what it is. Liverpool have smashed us for 7, man. Yeah. It's not good enough.
I get that, mate. Man City done us 6-3. Man City done us 6-3, and we went on another run.
No, but I get that. But this is 7-0, though. This is 7-0. Andy, it's 7-0,
Previously, we won the previous 4. And that was from a 4-0 from Brentford, Saeed. We won,
Yeah, but I
we won
understand
4
that.
on the spin. We beat Arsenal. We beat Liverpool. We've done Leicester.
I'm not
We've done
I'm not
Southampton.
underestimating that.
No
I'm not
one's
undermining that,
disputing
Andy. Andy, I'm not undermining the mentality that this team has shown. But also, we have to look at it and right, what has happened in this game? What has gone on?
You analyse
Players
it.
have bottled it. Players
Yeah,
have bottled it.
yeah, you
Players
analyse
have
it.
hit-
If some players have wanted to be taken off, like Double A has said, and if Bruno is that, then Ten Hag needs to pull him to one side and tell him,
Yeah.
who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think you are to say that? Like Paul Pogba last season, he got sent off at Old Trafford at 5-0. Did he do that to get sent off? Because you're not up for the fight. If Bruno has done this, then he needs to be made, right, like Rashford was at Wolves, right, you're not playing next game. Sit this fucking one out, Bruno. Think about what you fucking said. If you've said this, you want to be taken off, then you fucking think about what you said. And you will fucking suffer for that. And that he needs to be made an example of if this is true. If he said it, fair enough. He needs to sit out Real Betis and suck on your fucking dummy, take your medicine and fucking take it. But this is just, it's a journey. This is a journey. If players are thinking we've won one trophy, we're here, we've made it. Like I say, last season, Harry Maguire gave the bullshitters a fucking interviews before the game, 2 days before the game on Sky Sports. I'm here because the manager believes in me. I wouldn't be here if they didn't believe in me. Within 15 minutes of the kickoff, he was fucked. Absolutely fucked. And he got lambasted on social media. Lambasted by the fan base. So some of these players, this is a reality check. And Ten Hag, believe me, he will fucking clip anybody's wings who step out of line. And if he has to clip Bruno's wings, he will fucking clip them like he clipped Marcus Rashford against Wolves. Right, you're sitting out this game because you said that. I won't bring me off. You're not up for it. Casemiro. The first half, I thought we were okay. We really played okay. It was that first half was 50.
Well, it went second half anyway.
Second half, but the first half we were all right. Rashford should have scored. Bruno should have had that chance with that header. That's fair enough. Defensive errors. I compare this to the 6-3 with City. You move on. I get everybody's angry. I get everybody's upset. I get that. But I'm older than you guys. I've seen it. I've done it. And I love you all, you know what I mean? But it's just a journey. This is a journey.
Ups and downs.
But the thing you're going to need to remember is, right, we held that 6-3 against City and we all thought that was the pits. Then, even after the little bit of a turnaround from the first 2 games of the season, why this is really stinging now at the moment for United fans, personally anyway, is that this team have shown character, shown fight. They've won a fucking trophy, for God's sake, yeah?
Exactly.
How can they go into this game and they allowed that to happen today? They basically just bent over and said, spreaded the cheeks and said, Liverpool, come for it. We're yours. Because that's how it felt in that second half. Like,
what's up, baby?
You've seen this team in second half. They did it against Leeds when we went 2-0 down. They switch off and they don't go into the game straight away. They did it tonight. And after that second goal, we were still in the game at 1-0. Went to the first half. But we needed to go for him first, straight away. And we got bent over again. And then they just absolutely walked off and just said, right, that's it. I'm not bothering. And that's why it's hurting. That's why it's hurting because how can you allow that to happen? We've seen what happened with the 6-3. And that was against City. But for us here, I imagine for us 4 here, losing against Liverpool, whether it's a 1-0 or a 2-0,
it's going to hurt either way.
Hurts more than if you lose 6-3 to.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Take a 7-0 battering.
Yes,
it is for me. It's worse than the 6-1 because it's going to take a lot longer to get over this result. We can go on and win 2 trophies, but I guarantee if we win another 2 trophies, I guarantee we'll still get remembered for that this season.
No. But again, no. Double A, you have to remember. You have to, Andy, before you go on, Andy. Go on. Now, I was just gonna say one quick thing. Don't let the rivals lose sight of that. Will they still remember that we got beat 7? Yes, but if we pick up 3 trophies this season, that is
No,
a
I
10
hear that,
out
I
of
hear
10
that.
season. That's a fact.
I still
That is
remember
a
It's
City
difficult to look
fans
at that.
who still remember 6-3 from fucking 12 years ago, and they still go on about it. You lucky bastards! It should have been 10. It's
Should have
just
been 10.
it's a moment game. It's a moment game. Like 5-1 was to me when I was 14. 5-1 was my moment. Losing to City 1989. 6-1 20 odd years later. That was another moment. It's I've seen us stuff Liverpool at Old Trafford 4-0, 2003. We played them like a bitch, and we won the league. I've seen us stuff City 5-0 in 1994. Andrei Kanchelskis, and that was before City were fucking even irrelevant.
Yeah.
And the dig was 5 past Tracy. What's the time? Oh, it's 5 past Tracy. So it's a
No, I
different
hear you.
time. I get it. You're
Nah,
hurting.
it's not. It's the exact same because these losses to the big rivals still hurt no matter what. But what I'm saying is I've never seen a United team, and I'm not far off. See, I've seen all these games of the 5-0. I've seen United get battered in the past. I've never seen a United team capitulate like that ever in the second half. Never.
Can I just read the
We
super
can
chat
go.
one second?
Yeah, before you
Andy,
read it,
before you go, I'm just gonna read the
yeah,
super
go on.
chat.
Yeah,
and
get
then
your
we can
bread,
get
man.
back to it.
Yeah. Go through the
Yeah,
super chat.
Benjamin says, "Man said Liverpool didn't create anything. Lol, all 7 goals just dropped out of the sky." And big up to Prem Prodigy. 8 shots on target, 7 goals conceded. Yet we apparently have the best shot stopper. It's clear David De Gea can't play Eric Ten Hag ball. So if he ain't stopping shots, what?
That's too harsh. None of the
WTP?
goals were his fault.
Again, you know what? I'm here for it, guy. If you got
None of the
something to
goals
get
were
off
his
your
fault.
chest, please get it off your chest. But at the same time, please be
Saeed,
logical in what you're saying.
That previous comment, 7 chances fell for you and you just put them away. That's the look of the draw. Aston Villa a couple of years ago, 7 chances fell to them and they fucked Liverpool 7-2. On the same day, we lost 6-1 to Liverpool.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Fucking happens. So Liverpool fans, you're not going to win the next 4 or 5 games 7-0. A few weeks ago, Real Madrid made you their bitch. You were 2-0 up. You had the game in your grasp and you were fucking outclassed again by the European champions. So don't come back at me with fucking 7-0, 7-0. Yes, you won 7-0. That's fair enough. I can go to my dad. United lost fucking every defeats in the 60s and 70s.
Can I just say as well, Andy?
I can go to the 80s, every defeats. That's fair enough. But it's a generation thing. 20 years ago, we beat Liverpool 4-0 in our title season, 2003. 2002, 2003. In the space of 3 days, we've done Newcastle 6-2. We drew 2-0 with Arsenal. We beat Liverpool 4-0. And there was no social media then. It was all about radio and Sky Sports. It's different now. I get it. I understand. Everybody's generational. I respect that and 100%. I love that. And this is now, like I say, blink, you miss it. Well, but forget, if we stuff Real Betis 4-5-0 Wednesday, it'll just be, and we do Southampton again 4-5-0, which is more than possible. Don't get me wrong, even though they've won.
Positive results bring positive
results, even though they lost.
I get it, 100%. I'm just going to risk reading super chats, Andy. Yeah. I'm going to risk reading super chats, Andy. Yeah. Pick up Jerome T. It's one of those days. 7 goals from 3 XG performance for Liverpool. I've seen this in many years supporting the club. We bounced back. Saeed Ahmed says, never mind, we are all still United. Win or loss together. Trust the process and best coach in the world, Ten Hag. Big up Knowledge, Anthony. Man, I'm sorry, but I'm not a fan I'm a fan, not the manager. I don't need to be stoic and be faked poised. This has been coming, and to pretend it hasn't is a lie. It hasn't is a lie. One second, Andy. Andy, let him give his opinion, Andy. I'm not saying it's...
Sorry, man. I respect you, but no.
No. That's it. You have your opinion. Don't worry, Andy. You'll have your opinion.
Go on, Saeed.
I'm not saying it's all falling apart, but this is not a we go again thing. And Jerome T. Green says, Real Madrid is essentially the same thing. Win thing against Liverpool when we beat them 5-2. Just one of those days for Liverpool, so it happened. Let's dissect the performance maybe instead of maybe kind of looking at it in a sense of the season and whatnot. What went wrong today, Flawless? Like, what in your opinion went wrong? Did the manager get it wrong in the sense of tactics?
Yeah, of course, when you lose 7-0, of course the manager got things wrong. Of course. And we was talking about it beforehand. How does he line up with the midfield? No, it's not a sackable offense. You don't turn after one bad result. That is absolutely ridiculous. I know it's a super chat, so yeah, read it out, but it's not. This is what I'm talking about, overreaction. But yes, of course, if you lose 7-0, the manager, you can say, got it wrong. But when we seen that lineup, or when I seen that lineup, I had no issue with it because I trust in Ten Hag. He's going to get some things wrong. He's going to get some things right. He gets more right than he gets wrong. Whoever your favorite manager, GOAT manager is, he's going to get things wrong. Yes, hindsight's a beautiful thing. I would have preferred, my personal preference leading into this game was I wanted to see us line up how we did against Manchester City with the three in midfield, Bruno on the right, Rashford on the left, play Weghorst in the middle. And I would have played Fred, Casemiro, and Sabitzer because I said with Liverpool, it's an energy thing. Match them. But the first half, yeah, we went at our best. But what did they create? Like I said, they scored the goal late on and the Nunes chance. So we're even at 1-0 at halftime. I'm saying that, all right, we still in this game. But then we go out and concede 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. Game's over, game's dead. And then we just capitulated after that. What went wrong? Absolutely everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, the way Ten Hag set us up didn't work. I don't know what happened in particular at halftime. And then the second half, nobody stood up. Normally in these games, when you get battered, there's one person you pinpoint and go, yeah, he was okay today. Whether it's the goalkeeper, whether it's a striker, a midfielder, or whatever. Like I said, we rely. Our better performances have been so good because our better players have been performing at such a high level. Varane, Martinez, Casemiro, Rashford. To me, there are 4 best players. There are 4 most important players. All of them were awful today. So when all of them are awful, and then everyone else around them is awful, this is the type of thing that can happen. It's just a horrific day at the office. And everybody chose to have a bad day at the office at the exact same time in the exact same game and probably the worst possible place. And that's how I'm looking at it. Horrific game, horrific performance. But it's about, yes, it is. We go again and bounce back. So what is the alternative? What are we supposed to do? All right, we got beat 7-0. Because we've now had a terrible result. We just jack it in. And
it's the end of the world, isn't it? We
don't go compete. We got Fulham in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup, so we just jack it all in and sack the manager, and then what?
That's for the people that are.
The whole thing is supposed to be, yes, we go again. Yes, lick our wounds. Terrible defeat. I keep saying this. We lost the battle. We lost the battle horrifically. We are currently in ICU, but we're gonna get up off the hospital bed and we will be fine. And we play Betis on Thursday.
Fair play.
Let's go beat Betis. Go beat Southampton. Go beat Betis again.
This ain't getting beaten in ICU, mate. This is just getting a beating off a school bully.
You reckon that's what it is? I think it's worse than that.
Man City and Liverpool are the bullies because they've been bullying the Premier League for the last 4 or 5 years, and sometimes
Andy, can I just ask a question?
You remember we beat Liverpool, we beat Man City at Old Trafford. We've done it. We've done Arsenal. We've done Barcelona. In 3 out of them 4 matches, we've come back from a step. You know what I mean? It's the way football is. So it's just this is what being a Red is about. That's it. We all love and respect each other. You know what I mean? I wasn't happy with some of the things that was said last week on the overlap, but they're all my friends as well, and I love them and respect them. But this is like I say, this is what being a football fan's all about. It's what it is.
Also, ups and downs. And one thing I wanted to add as well, if Bruno did that, because I haven't given my thoughts on that, obviously somebody mentioned to me on the last stream that Bruno asked to come off. If he asked to come off,
I didn't see that,
This is reports. Gary Neville said it.
I've heard it from Double A. If this is
what I'm saying. If this is the case, not only he should be stripped to the captaincy and dropped from the squad, because you can't down on you. We can't be in the war and you wanna get out. We getting shot in the car and you want to jump out. Like, no, we soldiers. We in the war.
You got the best for it. You got the best for it, mate.
We in the war together. We still here. We could say you could have easily been like, yo, we lost 7-0, no stream tonight. You could easily
we have to face it. We have to. People want.
So we face the music as fans. You better face the music on the pitch. You can change it. We can't.
Yeah. You know what? It's true, Big up to Kadane Dixon. It says the game was lost in midfield. Our inability to hold possession when pressed. We were outmatched tactically and energy-wise. They won a duel, everyone. They won every duel on 50-50 ball. We needed this humbling to keep building. Big up to Kadeem Jackson. Sean P. Casey says Mo Salah has now got a 7-pack. Your boys got destroyed. I'm presuming you're a Liverpool
Yeah,
fan.
jog on, mate. Jog on, mate. What's the table say? Jog on.
Thanks
Jog
for the-
on.
You know what?
And the next
I
comment is
respect
please
Andy, man.
say.
He's the front line. He's front line. You got Ryan. I don't know what just happened. So close, so sad, close to tears. GGMU. Let me just analyze
Cheer
what I
up, mate.
think. What I think was wrong today, and I don't think it's a particular person. I think it's a collective. Everybody has to analyze this as a collective. But then there's subplots to the story. I think Ten Hag got the what do you call it, the game set up wrong. I think the personnel was wrong. I think for me, Wan-Bissaka should have started at right back. I think putting your best player up front when you know they have physical defenders in Konate and Van Dijk, it wasn't going to work for me. You got Trent Alexander-Arnold, who this season, let's be honest, like his defending has been woeful. 1v1, I think we could have isolated Trent Alexander-Arnold. We didn't do that. That was a miss. That was a kind of a miss in the trick. Then you put in Bruno Fernandes, who on the right-hand side is less effective. But then you put him on the left-hand side, and I thought, hold on a minute, Ten Hag. He's never played there. Why did you do that? Weghorst then became a bit isolated and was not getting any service. I thought first half, you know what, we went 1-0 down. I was like, you know what, cool, second half. But that second half performance, some of the players that were out there, it's unforgivable, that performance. Yeah. They literally bottled it. And they went that second half and said, you know what, it's happened, innit? It's happened. The second goes in. Third goes in. Where's the leadership in this team? Where are you guys standing up when it's need to be counted? And Liverpool today have embarrassed us. And it's not good enough. And again, we're not looking at it beyond the season. But I just think these kind of performances need to stop, man. They need to stop. We cannot be getting this battering time after time in these so-called big games. It has to stop. And these players have to rise up. I'm sorry. They have to rise up. So that's where I kind of look at it from that perspective. So, and I think Ten Hag, he will look at his own performance and be like, you know what? I got it wrong. I got it wrong. And he'll hope the players equally let him down.
The super chat said there, though, that there's like the energy in the midfield. So next time we play away from home, which I believe is Spurs, and obviously next season when we go away to Anfield, go away to the Etihad, etc. I'm expecting Ten Hag to like switch it up and make sure this don't happen again. Now he needs to be proactive, play an extra midfielder. Very similar to, again, I keep referring to the City home game, exactly what we did. Match them up, be tough to beat, make it ugly. Like that's exactly what we need to do in these type of games. Then you go on and try and win it 100%. But Ten Hag's learning. That's why I'm not all this turning on Ten Hag. He's got so much right and has took us so far. I'm just not letting this one.
No. And you know what? Fair play to you, Flawless. And that's what it's all about. Big up to Nate H says, I seen it like this. We still need 5 or so players. We ready to compete. Fred is a nice little thing playing, but shouldn't be starting every match. Need quality. Big up to Chuck Akudo. I hope I pronounced that right. End the Weghorst experiment now. We have had to adjust in the second halves of our last 8-10 matches games to fix it because of him. We can't keep displacing our better players because of him. Why get Sabi but not play? Again, we'll talk about it as well.
I think Sabitzer should have played, but again, hindsight with the Weghorst thing, we just seen him get an assist in the Carabao Cup final last week.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
Sean, Fred's been in form, like he's
exactly.
Yeah, you know, you can understand why Ten Hag's picking the players that he is picking. But I think the only one I'm really frustrated with is Wan-Bissaka, who really should have played today. I think defensively Delo was just getting caught, and he was at fault for the first goal. Runs. He's almost at Liverpool's box when they play the ball down to.
No, I think he had to close down. I put that more on Fred and Varane. He had to go get Robertson.
It was happening all that first half, and he was getting caught out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were targeting that side. It was coming. Most of their even Trent was on the left hand side at one point, and it's in the box. And it was worrying. And I think that's why I was so hurt, because we've learned to trust these players again after last season. That's why it hurts so much now, because we learned to trust them again and love them again. And we're going. Remember the last time we went to Anfield, fully confident we were coming back with the 3 points. We expected for this team to show up, and because they've not let us down after the rocky start to the start of the season, and every single one of them today let us down. And I think questions need to start to be asked about some players. Anthony worried me today, obviously I'm not talking about the price. Nothing to do with the price. He's a 23-year-old developmental player. But what I'm worried about is the lack of development I'm seeing in his overall game. It's the same thing time in, time out. He gets the. There was one start of second half. I think it was 2-0 down. He gets the ball. He's up against Van Dijk 1-on-1. But rather than take him on, he rolls over the ball 3 times and allows him to double up on him.
Exactly.
He does nothing. What we need from him now, he's crossing his shit. He's crossing his terrible. And it's all right to say he works in a system because he helps and tracks back, but his job is a winger, and he needs to start producing stuff other than a wild shot from here or there, taking a player on and then wanting to go back and take him on again. I love him, and he's got the elements to be a world-class winger, but we need to start seeing him learning and trying stuff that hasn't been working. He needs to try his right foot. I've never seen him kick the ball with his right foot. I'm not even lying. You can't tell me a time you've seen him kick the ball with his right foot. All he does is
No, he's one-sided. He's one-sided.
He needs to start taking chances with his right foot, because otherwise, he's going in the Premier League, he's going to be found out very, very quickly, and we're going to have a Pepe on our hands. It's already been said. No. How? Listen, Andy, he will get caught. He will get found out in this league very quickly. And stuff it'll turn bad against him.
He needs to add more to his game. I agree with that. He does need to add more to his game.
There's a hell of a difference between the Dutch league and the Premier League. I accept that. But Erik ten Hag, like I say, he's worked on De Gea. He's worked on Marcus Rashford. He's worked on Dalot, made him actually a prime class player. He'll work. This is his first season for Anthony. He'll work on it. He'll be fine.
Yeah, but it's March. He came in August, September. It's March now. We need to start seeing him doing other stuff. He's doing the same thing again and again. And
it's a fair point, though, Andy. You need more.
I agree. You need more. You need more. But tell you what, first season syndrome, like Casemiro. This is first season for Casemiro. He's playing the blinder. Not every signing works out first time. It takes time. This time next year, Casemiro could be having a stinker. He could be, but I don't think he will, because Casemiro is different gravy. Anthony just needs time. He needs to work on his game. I agree. He's left-footed. He needs to work on his crossing. Utilize it. He's played in a World Cup. I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying to be respectful of everybody in the chat. And I say, jog on, beautiful. We will always Erik ten Hag, and I will always have Madrid. I will always have Madrid in my heart.
That's what he's going to say.
5 past Anfield, you know what I mean? I will always have that, mate. I will always have 5 past. It's 5 past 2. It's 5 past 2. I'll always have that, mate. So fair enough. But this is the journey we're on. This is the journey. And this time next year, we could be on top of the league with a war chest of riches, a team of absolute, talent, and a manager who's like, okay, right, I know what I need. I know what needs to go. This is what I want in the summer. This time next year, that result, this is a freak result. That result won't happen again next year. If we go to Anfield next season, we lose.
But could it happen again this year?
Yeah, it could happen again.
No, it won't, because who are we going to play that can do that? Who are we going to play that can do that?
Right. Tell me, in our last 13 games,
we got Brighton away.
You're going to do that to us.
Brighton are not going to.
Brighton, Newcastle.
They've stuck 4 past us before.
Yeah. Let's not go over the top though. Brighton are not going to beat us 7.
Exactly.
Thank you. Not 7.
I'm not saying it has to be a 7-0. I'm not saying it has to be a 7-0, but it could be, again, United not turning up. The mentality is stinking out the gaff and us holding 4 again like we have in the past. It doesn't have to be a 7-0. It has to be this performance. What we don't want is this performance again.
But we've not. But the thing is, this performance has been a one-off. It has been a one-off, though.
So
can I just get
6-3 against
guys? I'm just going to stop you. I'm just going to stop because I want to whiz through these
Yeah,
super
run
chats.
through
A lot
it,
of people are coming in. King Lay says, like, I'm loving the conversation, but when are we going to talk about Anthony? We just did now, but big up to you. Disaster class. Everyone was crap, but bro put up one of the worst performances I've seen in a United
We're
shirt.
not pinpointing one player when everybody was equally.
Yeah, that's why. I think
Everyone
player. That's not
absolutely,
fair.
yeah, yeah.
I'll just
That's not
highlight
fair.
something I want to see from Anthony because I like him so much.
That's fair.
I want him
No,
to
no,
improve.
facts. Yeah, you're right. Big up to Ajasco says the players, the fans were overconfident like Said on the Big Six. Anfield's a humble, a community man is gloating, local man is happy. Obviously, Dial Square says, let's talk about world class. Yeah, listen, is what it is.
Answer me this, Saeed.
Land-
Answer me this. Are Liverpool going to do that to Man City? Are they going to do that to Arsenal in the next few weeks? I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
Andy, with all due respect, I don't care. I
don't care. Same.
Arsenal. The fact they've
Don't
done
care. Don't care, Andy. Don't care.
That's all I care about, mate.
We'll never win with the Premier League. With
Say what? Give it me back. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Fucking give it me back, baby.
Yeah. For OT Green, players like Casemiro and Varane don't have many bad games. Let them have a bad game now rather than in a cup final.
Oh, yeah. I agree on that. Would you have rather taken a 7-0 or lose a cup final?
Yeah.
7-0.
No. Of course. Finals a final, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't care about. I'm with you. I don't care about bragging rights is all well and good and being bantered. It's like, yo, win trophies. Liverpool are gonna win nothing this season. Let's put that into perspective. But yeah, go on.
They are literally. They are. They're not. Big up to Chuck Akudu says flawless in the benefit of playing Vegas more than the cost. You can't use one assist and one goal in as many as games to justify his inclusion. This is reductive reasoning. Sorry.
I didn't use his one goal and one assist. Bear in mind he's got more than one assist. Have you watched his performances?
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say to you. If you don't believe that Veghorst has played well outside of today, I don't know what to tell you. He's played well. He's played well today. Like, what are we talking about? He's played well. Away at the new camp where he didn't get a goal or assist, he played well. What are we talking about? Veghorst has been fine. I hate this I despise this overreaction now when it comes, drop Veghorst, and that. Veghorst was bad today. Yes. Before today, he hasn't been bad. Do we know we need to improve on him? Yes. That's why he's a 4 million loan signing. What 4 million loan signing are you getting who's going to come in and be top class or world class? Come on, people, man. Perspective.
Yeah,
come on,
facts.
Man.
Your perspective.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Steve's in the chat as always. Big up to Big Steve, who's tiptoeing through the cop with the feather duster. Obviously, talking about the Sandro Martinez song. Sandeep HD is dead says the way Bruno conducts himself on the pitch today, he reeks of being coward, sore loser. You can't ever have that man leading Man United again. Big up to Mon Phillips says, do you think Man United are still in the title race and will finish top four? Top four, yes. But not the title. Nope, absolutely. Journey, get him off the vodka. Andy, man, he's on. Do you know this guy, by the way? This Sean guy's on Andy Tate.
Mate, yeah, it's amazing how the Scousers come out of under the rocks after the last 6 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, they were so quiet on social media last few weeks after Real Madrid. So, do you know what? Enjoy the moment. If I was in your position, I would enjoy a 7-0, no trophy. At the start of the season, you were going to win the fucking lot, including the intergalactic fucking world championship. So enjoy your 7-0, mate, because I fucking would as well.
Exactly.
We are coming.
Fucking lot.
Fucking lot. Enjoy your fucking night. Have a few bevies, order a curry, and enjoy your Monday morning at the social security, like. Fucking love it. Sign on with no hope in your fucking heart.
Tiang Yang says it was Bruno for me, requested to be subbed off, going down and holding his face. He was hitting the chest. 7-0 is painful, not gonna lie. It's your boy says that the writing has been on the wall with Dalot. He's our weakest defender. Aaron Bissaka must start. 4-2-3-1 was bad. We should have gone 4-3-3 with AWB. But yeah, guys, it's 2.5K in the building. I haven't even asked for any likes on the video, man. So this is a world record for a show like this, 2.5K. I don't know if I missed any super chats
here.
This
is because we are hurting, bro.
Yeah.
This is because this is like I say, half of this contingent now. They want a reaction. They're gloating. because
Matisse is in the
three,
chat as well.
4 months from now, we got Qatari
Fucking-
investment. We're on the move. We're on the up. Oh, it's not fair. You can't have Qatari investment. It's not fair. Why can't Liverpool enjoy your minority investment then? If you're not going to be sold, a few weeks ago you spitting feathers. So if we get taken over, the world is our oyster, and it's only good for the club. I say new players going out, new optimism, new maybe new stadium. Who knows? Like I say, this time next year we'll be looking down on you. That's like it is now. Liverpool, you'll still be looking up at us. I have no doubt Liverpool will be back next season. So will Chelsea. So will Tottenham. Yeah, whatever. Newcastle. Yeah, whatever. I have no doubt because next season will be an absolute elite league.
Talk to him, man.
You're talking 6-7 teams fighting for one trophy. And Arsenal, if you blow it this year, Arsenal, you'll never fucking win it ever. That's all I've got to say about Zayn and Arsenal. If you blow it, you'll never have a better chance than this year. Because you'll never win it this year because everybody will strengthen. That's it.
Facts. Ali says performance was concerning. I'm worried now we get dragged into a top 4 race. Pool are only 7 points behind us now. We can't afford to slip up.
You got a game in hand. You got to remember that. Game in hand.
The performance is concerning. 110% performance was concerning. With the top 4 race, the reason why I'm not concerned about it because we're better than Spurs, we're better than Brentford. We're a better side than them. Yes, we just lost to Liverpool 7-0. I think we're a better side than them. So I think top 4 is calm. I have no issues with. And plus, top 4, there ain't no trophy for top 4. We got 2 cups. There's zero
Arsenal mentality. Exactly.
I'm not with this Arsenal mentality. Oh, we can get top 4. There's no, let me repeat this. There's never been no parade for a top 4. There's no statue of anyone outside Old Trafford a top 4. For those that are lucky enough to go, when you see the pictures right outside Old Trafford.
Can we get a super chat together for Liverpool and we'll buy them a little mini trophy for top 4?
When the top 4 become this thing,
we'll buy you a mini top 4 trophy to celebrate your achievement of finishing 4th. So yeah.
One thing I've got to say about one thing we all know, and this we can see it in the chat here, and I've seen it on Twitter after the final whistle is, as Forrest has said, the overreaction of fans. Now we all feel it's the worst day, probably one of the worst days we've had supporting United, and everything looks bleak. But let's remember, we've got the right man in charge. We was on this show last Sunday, me and Flawless, and it was rosy, and everything was right because we know we have got the right man in charge. And one thing we can be sure of is that Ten Hag will not accept this. He will not have it lying down. He's come out. He's seen the quotes coming out, and he will bollock them. They will be. I dread to think what he's going to put them through tomorrow morning because they'll be in, and I guarantee that they'll be training hard like they did. Like it was against after the Brentford game, and they were running 10K and all that shit.
Last Sunday, me and Saeed were living in a fast lane on the motorway, and he can testify to that. I'm living in large at Wembley. We were doing Battlefield style, baby, and this is just the bring down we need. And
the good thing is as well, we don't have to wait a week. We don't have to dwell on it.
Yeah, next game Thursday.
We've got a game in a few days now. We move on, and we, like you say, we talk about it now, and we get it out of our system, and we move on. And we just have to get like you say, what happened after City and all that kind of stuff, and then we went on that amazing run. I expect this team to do the same thing. They may not do it. I expect this team to come back and show the same.
I tell you what, Flawless. I tell you what, guys. Answer me this, and respectfully.
Yeah.
Can you see us now going the rest of the season unbeaten?
No.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
I need to look at. Let me look at the fixture list. Let me look at it. I need to look at the fixture list.
While you do that, I'm going to read this super chat here.
We're not saying winning the league, but we can finish the season unbeaten. Because they say Tottenham irrelevant. Chelsea.
I think you're being very, very unrealistic, Andy. You're being very unrealistic.
He just said he didn't say win every game. Man said unbeaten. Because read out that super chat.
I didn't say win every game unbeaten. And if we win a couple of trophies and finish the season unbeaten, I tell you what, 3 trophies unbeaten, you finish 3rd. Fucking hell. What's the diagnosis, Doc? You're looking 40. you're looking pretty
Yeah.
good, mate. I'm
It's a 10 out
telling
of
you.
10 season.
You can walk out of that door, out the hospital. Fucking hell, you're not flatlining. You're fucking walking. You're strutting like you fucking Saturday Night Fever.
I hear you. Big up Chuck says this is not overreaction. It's one thing to stunt Rooney out to accommodate Ronaldo. Having Vegas in XL is not enough to push Bruno to the left. We were fine before Weggy. Will be okay.
I'll respond to this. Neither of them are good enough in the 10 for where we want to go, Weghorst or Bruno. Weghorst offers us something different in that 10 role to Bruno does. And plus, you know who thinks that Weghorst is good enough to play in the 10 to push Bruno out wide? The manager. That's what counts. That's what Ten Hag thinks, and I happen to agree with him. Like I said, is Weghorst the answer? No. But Bruno's not the answer, no. And if he did, allegedly what he did, what's been said in regards to wanting to come off, he should be stripped of the captaincy. Let's cast that mind back to last year. Imagine we were getting packed 7-0 at Anfield and Paul Pogba asked to come off the pitch. Imagine that. So let's make sure we keep the same energy for Bruno, someone I've been critical of on this very show, and people are like,
why is he not playing him in the 10? Why is not
because he's not good enough? Because he's not good enough. That's why. He's not good enough. All his best attributes are off the ball. All Bruno's best attributes are off the ball. You know what Bruno is, and we discussed it when we was on Rance's stream. He's Park Ji-sung. He's a goal scoring Park Ji-sung. If you give Park Ji-sung goals to his game, then you have Bruno. It's the same exact thing. You know, can do a job on a fullback, energetic, a spoiler, road runner, all these things. And this is not disrespectful. I wanted Bruno to start today and play wide right to do a job on Robertson. We seen him do it against Manchester City. We seen him do it away in the new camp on, I can't remember who the fullback that was started, and then Balde came on. That's what Bruno is. He's a number 10 with, and all his best attributes are off the ball attributes. Yes, he can hit the ball into space. That's the best thing he's good at in terms of on the ball. But when it's tight, I've never seen him pick up the ball behind the midfield, in front of a defense on the half turn and play a through ball through. And we've scored. Never done it. They're not the assists he gets. Like, we know this. Someone, if that's the case, someone at me at That's Me Flawless and send me the compilation of that goal. Here in mind what I said. In between the lines, so behind the opposition's midfield, in front of their defense, receive the ball on the half turn, spin and play a through ball for an attacker to score. That's not Bruno's game. But people, like when people say, oh, he's led us. What has Bruno ever led us to? I don't understand him being put on a pedestal. Even when Gary Neville last year on Sky Sports did the signings after Sir Alex Ferguson, and it was free, and the tiers was 3, and it was green, amber, and red. Bruno was in green. Why? Why was he in green? Someone explain. And when I talk, and people are like, "Oh, you've got an agenda." No. And then games like this happen, and we see this. He was very good. He was good away in the new camp when he played wide right in the first leg. He was good.
Wide right was better.
Yeah, he was good. And then we played Leicester. He was very good. And then people were like, oh, why are you always on to Bruno? Because I said it's a consistency thing. Let's see how he does after that. The game after, which was Newcastle, he was one of our worst performers in the final. But we won the final, so we're not going to talk about that. Then the game up today, awful. Today, awful. Wasn't good. The home leg against Barcelona gave away the penalty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Gave away the what did it? It's about consistency. Don't, if you put up 7s, 8s, and 9s, game in, game out, week in, week out. But Bruno's very inconsistent. And that's why you see him getting pushed out wide, because he's not that good. But people don't want to accept it. How many times do you need to see something with your own eyes before you go, nah, this guy's not it? Think about it. I can keep this. There's so much more to this. Opposition.
No, you know what?
When we're lining up and it's big games, how come there's never a question of, all right, will Bruno be my mark? That's never a question. We've done it. We've seen it happen to Eden Hazard. We've seen it happen to Kevin De Bruyne. We've seen it happen in the Champions League to a Pirlo. How come Bruno never gets man marked? When you talk to rivals, how come none of them are like, yeah, I'll take Bruno out your team? How come all of a sudden we're looking good and he's not been one of our better performers? Varane's been better this season. Martinez has been better this season. Casemiro's been better this season. Rashford's been better this season. Shaw's been better this season. They've all been better this season than him. Not that he's been bad. They performed to a higher level.
Flo, do you think it's because he's constantly playing and he doesn't rest?
No.
I don't think he's mentally tired. You don't think
I just don't think he's as good as people make out.
No. I hear what you're saying, but do you not think his performance level would up if he wasn't constantly playing? He's playing every single game.
It would up slightly, but I think even at his very best, for where Manchester United are trying to go, he's a squad player. And for those that don't know, when I say Park Ji-sung, that's not a shot, because I love Park Ji-sung. He's a fan favorite. There is a role for Bruno in the team, the same way there's a role for Fred in this team. But at best,
You know what, Bruno? And by the way, Flawless, I think you've got a point. For me, I think it was a bit worrying. Today was a moment when I was like, Ten Hag, put him on the left rather than through the middle. That was a bit where I was like, whoa, okay, maybe he doesn't really trust him in the 10 in a big game. Because I'm sorry, if that's our only creative spark in this team, then I'm sorry, man. That ain't good enough. That ain't good enough. I'm just gonna whisk through some super chats here. I'm gonna whisk through the super chats. DF Will says, Andy Tate, I'll be honest, you're trying to spin what occurred today. On a no exercise, we should be looking, losing 7-0 to Liverpool. This one hurts. To be honest, their side, he didn't say that. He just said on the other side, you know what I mean? It's a long season and we have to look forward to the positives. Big up to Orange. Don't drag Arsenal to 7 in debate. Humble yourself, please. Varane was dragging players to clap away the fans. I've seen that as well. Adiwale, big up to you. We lost 7-0. Something needs to happen. Ten Hag has to drop at least 3 or 4 of these. Man,
absolutely.
Big up to Sean. Andy wanted world-class Rashford out last year. Have all the clips.
Yeah,
listen,
do you know what? You know what, Said? I don't.
You don't have to rise to it.
Yeah,
I don't have to rise to it because I know it was right.
Andy, let me defend you here. A player was performing poorly for Manchester United, so you didn't want him playing. That's just
new evidence.
Yeah. 6 weeks ago, was it 3 weeks ago? After Liverpool fans wanted that Liverpool squad out.
Exactly.
So, Scousers, reevaluate where you are come the end of the season, because 3 weeks ago you wanted to have that squad. More butt releases and fucking away wins. So enjoy your fucking butt releases. I fucking love that what Lord Flawless said, man. Yeah. And do you know what? I'll listen to it again tonight. Book release. My head hurts. My fucking head hurts. I've got a vein in my fucking brain. You know what I mean? Enjoy your book release.
One thing that really annoyed me today, I back what Flawless is saying. Ten Hag's the manager. We go with what he's saying. But how many times have we seen Rashford absolutely cook Trent when he plays on the left-hand side? Mm-hmm. The form that Rashford's in today, I would have taken Bruno in the 10, and then Sabitzer. Not Sabitzer, sorry. Weghorst. I thought Weghorst would be up against Van Dijk today because Van Dijk looked shaky. And I thought that is a battle I would have liked to have seen. Rashford on the left, cooking Trent as he always does. I just feel like we just missed the trick today. And I was worried from that first half. Saying it was a good performance in that first half, but I just felt we looked very shaky. We're having the stinky leg from minute 1 for me. They looked on it and they wanted it more than us, which it proved through the whole game.
Yeah.
We just need to bounce back quickly.
Say comfort. Maguire wasn't playing because it could have been double digits.
Yeah. Big up to Aduwale says Bruno has to be dropped. Horrible player. Big up to Chuck. My days Bruno played on the right when Anthony was out. We went unbeaten, and that's why things have stayed this way. Same way Ten Hag let McTominay start ahead of Casemiro doesn't mean he's better. My days.
That's incorrect. No. He played McTominay ahead of Casemiro because let's not.
He wasn't.
McTominay at that point, Casemiro just got here. McTominay was in good form. So when a player is in good form, you play him. And then we got up to the City game. McTominay dropped a stinker in that game, then got dropped. Casemiro then played. Like I said, there's always mental gymnastics, and I don't understand it with Bruno. I'm saying, like I said, never once has there ever been a conversation in all these big games for someone who's a number 10 and said, we're going to man-mark him. Never happened anywhere. Mainstream media, platforms like Saeed's or anywhere else. Again, you lot are going to die on this hill. And the reason why people have to do mental gymnastics to defend him is because he's not that good. This is why we're not sat here defending Varane or Martinez or Casemiro. You know why? Because them players are quality and perform week in, week out. If Bruno performed week in, week out, guess what? I'd shut up. But I see him perform and have 2 good games like he did against Barca and Leicester. And then he'll play against Barcelona in a home leg and not be good. And then the final and not be good. And today,
you might not see Bruno.
Played well.
You might not see Bruno next week.
I'm talking about. And then people say, agenda. No, my agenda is for Manchester. I'm a Manchester United FC stan. I want what's best for the football club. I want to be wrong on Bruno. But every time I see him, I go, you are not it. How many performances does this guy need to put in? Just in big games alone. When's the last time in a big game away from home in the Premier League, you go, right, Bruno was fire today. He was 8, 9, 10 out of 10 today.
Yeah, 100%. Big up to Kalon. It says, we've got to take the L and move. GG and move. Big up, Said, watching all the way from Dallas, Texas. Big up to everybody who's here, man. Big up to Kaloon. Sorry, I didn't read it as soon as I could. Big up to you. Agree, Andy. These people are overreacting. We have one negative. We move on and win other games. These lot will leave in the summer. We still don't have a possession-based midfield.
You know
Plus,
what? I can understand people are upset and get it off the chest. Yeah, get it off your chest because, like I say, it's gone now. It's in the rearview mirror. Blink, you miss it. It's gone. You move on to the next game. And this is the beauty of being a football fan. You've got your next game. You get out your system. If there's another reaction, a bad reaction, then you moan again. But if we win Wednesday or Thursday 3-4-0, no disrespect to Real Betis, we're more than capable of spanking them. We move on, and I say we've got Southampton, so it's about this is what football fans being all about.
Yeah.
It really
Facts.
is.
Facts.
I remember Liverpool fans a couple of years ago. They just won the league. They went to the Etihad, thinking of the dog's bollocks. Man City 4-0. Klopp crying his fucking eyes out.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. I'm going to wrap up the podcast here. I'm going to read the last couple of super chats before we wrap up. KM says, since Andy's bringing up the book release stats, I got one too. Salah took off his shirt more times in the last 2 seasons than Man United goals against us. Listen, funny one. Chuck says, Weggy is playing because we've been unbeaten, not that he's better than Bruno. You're making my point. The state of foot analysis when you're describing Weggy as a better footballer. I don't think Salah said that, to be honest with you.
I didn't say that again. And this is what happens when I debate with Bruno fans. They start stating stuff that I didn't say. I started off initially by saying neither of them are good enough in the 10. There's certain things that Weghorst does in the 10 better than Bruno. Bruno does certain things better in the 10. Bruno's not good enough for where Manchester United are trying to go. That's legit what it is.
Absolutely. Big up to Nick Man says, lads. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, I just want to finish off on a joke, but it's not a joke. It's something funny I saw. I saw a tweet from an Arsenal fan saying, these man have conceded 16 goals away from home against the biggest rivals. Arsenal fans are trying to sneak a last-minute 3-2 win against us. Like, bro, I can take a 7-0 and a 6-3. Don't try and sneak a 3-2 into us conceding loads of goals.
You know what? I agree. No matter, even if they win the league, Arsenal fans will still be the most deluded fucking fan base on the planet ever. And that is a fact. Deluded. When you win the league, you will be fucking deluded. When you lose the league, you will be fucking on the floor crying. This is the beauty of football. Man City did you 3-1. Big Steve did you 3-1. You were crying your fucking eyes out. Football can change in an instant. Blink, you miss it. So believe me, your title fucking parade, putting it, I've heard it all over this weekend, putting it on ice, it's fucking nowhere near done, mate. Because Man City, like I say, I'm not a Man City fan, but I tell you what, I've got a father-in-law who's a big blue, and I've known it from him, and I say they will fucking hunt you down. And if you lose the league, it'll be the focus will be on you, you pussies. Who's the pussies now? You'll be pussies come the end of the season. If you lose the league, you'll be pussies. And I've seen that fucking rant. So enjoy it while you can. Win it while you can. Don't win it. You'll be pussies.
Unfiltered podcast, people.
Unfiltered podcast.
TV.
There you go, man. There you go. I'm about to change the word now.
I apologize. I love you all, but I'm not apologizing.
No, don't apologize.
It's on you.
Hey, the key is in the title, man. Unfiltered podcast.
There you go.
Saeed didn't lie. You should know that there's going to be some wild stuff here. You should know this already.
Yeah. Absolutely. Nick Man says, lads, freak result. Liverpool are still shit. Bruno let us down today with his actions, especially asking to be sub. We didn't turn up, but we move. And also, big up to Kessie. Sean P. Kessie says, big up you boys, though, for taking it 7 hard. But I appreciate your stream.
Yeah, baby.
Good.
Guys, we're going to wrap up here, man.
Fair play, Sean. Fair play,
This has been more than enough. Big up to everybody who's been here. Smash the like button. There's still over 2,500 in the chat. Still over 2,000 in the chat. There was 2.5k here. We should be at least on 1,000 likes, guys. You know what I mean? If you're here,
if you're gonna mock at us, at least like the video, guys. Come on, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like the video for Saeed. He does a lot. he does a lot for himself and the
Like
community.
for 7-0.
I just like it.
7-0.
Yeah, guys, man, like the video, people. And like I said, man, follow everybody here. Make sure you're following Talking Kits. His channel is in the description. Make sure you're following Andy Tate's channel as well, man. Make sure you're following him as well. And also make sure you're following Flawless's channel, man. Most hardworking YouTuber out there. Sarcasm City. Follow his channel, people. And big up to Twinny Hardaway, filing out a lawsuit against United. Wanted to watch football with my 7-year-old and instead saw an X-rated snuff film. Back
Yeah,
shots
good luck
everywhere.
with that lawsuit, mate. Good luck. with
There you
that.
go.
I mean, yeah.
And even the internet has let us down. On that note, people, we're out. Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.